All right, everybody, I'm Spegtacular, the Silver Stack. I'm here with Coin Guy at a shop in Spring Hill, Florida. Coin Guy, how's it going?
Everything's great. Happy birthday to me.
Oh, happy birthday.
Today's my birthday, 68.
I was going to say like 38.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular.
68.
Okay.
Got some phone calls from fans. Got a couple of cards. I'll show you those later. Been an interesting couple of weeks since I've seen you. I got some of the coins back that I had sent in that you'd seen before that was certified. Here's that Polish 4-piece set that I had shown. I've been offered a nice piece of money for this, but not quite enough. We did some research on it. There were 1,000 made. The population of NGC on this is the big one. The population on it is 43 sets have been certified. Only 43. PCGS has certified 4 of these, but none of the others. Annex has 1. So give or take, there's only about 50 sets known that in part or full have been certified. I had said before, when you get the numbers that these go for, I don't think there's 80 or 90 left in the world.
And these 4 coins make up the entire set?
That's a complete set. Here's the paperwork. I have the box. I have the box at home. This is set number 406.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea, this one sold in 2008 for $6,900. Raw, not even certified. As far as I know, there were no 70s known. This one's a 68 in the half ounce because it's got a small spot on the back. But cool. Overall, and I'm looking for like 11.9 for this. That's what I'm asking.
Right on.
Just to give you an idea. But it's a rare set. You know, I had told people I doubt if there's 100. And to get that kind of number in such a specialized set. I remember when the Pope died in 78. Because my son was born, we were returning from upstate New York. And why are all the lights on? Everybody's got these lights on. And then we put on the radio and we found out that Pope John Paul passed away. And my son was born 9 months later.
Oh, man.
So I remember that vacation in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Brian was born in 79. This was in 78. And this is the 10th anniversary of Pope John Paul's passing.
Where did you get this set? Like, how did you acquire it?
I bought it over the counter.
Oh, okay.
In a box, raw. That's just how you pick up things.
It just came into the store?
As is, yep.
Okay.
Exactly. And then you do research and say, hey, this is more than just gold. And you take your chances. Yeah. Sometimes you win and sometimes you waste your time. But this one is a good one.
Can we talk about that just for a moment? Like, so as a coin shop owner, you get somebody that just comes in the door, could be, who knows what kind of character this person is, right? And they just throw something at you pretty much. Hey, here's this. And, you know, there's so many different coins out there from all over the world. You might not know everything about the stuff that comes in.
Nobody knows there.
So you take a lot of chances.
You do, and you just know your general information. I'm reading the card. I'm looking at gold. I'm deciding what I think it's worth to pay for it. Then you take the chance, what am I going to get for it? You do research. We only just found out there's only about 50 or 60 sets known. Who knew? You know, it's that kind of thing, but you still have to sell it.
Right.
It's like anything else. It's happenstance. You get luck. I had a guy come in the other day. He gives me a gold belt buckle, okay? I look at it, he goes, it's 10 karat gold? I said, well, it says 10 karat right on it. I test it, 10 karat gold. What are you going to give me? I said, I give you $250 for it. It was a small boy's buckle. He says, done. I just bought this at the discount store for $1.
Wow.
Should he have gone back and given them another 150? I mean, it's true.
Well, that's what people think about you, right?
He got 250. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You take your chance. Sometimes you buy a gold coin that's fake. We got a coin a couple of weeks ago, an English sovereign that turned out to be counterfeit. You know, I didn't discover it until after I got back.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
And you already paid for it?
We paid for it. It's done. It's gone. You know, I got tons of you catch most of it, but after when you go back and you take time to look again, this is when you find out, and you make a mistake here and there.
Yeah.
But
and the people that are coming in the store, I mean, all different types of people, and the people that are trying to rip you off are like, "Hey, how's it going? I have these coins. I just got to get out of here real quick. I got things going on with my family. I got to
Some people
go."
come in all the time trying to con you. They all come in. They tell you, "What is this way? What is that way? Can I hold 2 of those? Can I have 3 rings?" No. It's like I told the wife a long time ago and the kids, you never bring more than 1 or 2 pieces of jewelry out. Never put the whole tray on the counter, especially if you're in the Bronx or New York or LA or any of those places. You're just asking for trouble. And you got to be careful and you got to be cautious.
And these people probably have already been to like 3 or 4 stores trying to, manipulate them and rip them off.
Well, you get people who don't buy, some people, they won't even buy foreign coins. Foreign coins are hard to sell just by definition. Hell, even Canadian. I got buckets of Canadian stuff. I got a ton of Canadian silver dollars. The ones in the boxes from the 70s, the ones that are 35% silver. If anybody wants those for a deal, call me. I got 100 of them. Those kinds of things. This came back. I've had this about a dozen years.
And we saw this raw on your channel?
Yeah, you saw it raw.
Okay, yeah.
Sent it in. They charged me $75. Came in a great big box. We looked it up. That's what the last one sold for. But this one has the stone in it. It mentions on here with the gemstone.
There's a gemstone in it?
There's a yellow sapphire for the eye.
Oh, I see it. Can I grab this monstrosity?
It's a kilo.
Yikes.
So it's 32 ounces of silver.
A kilo. Is this going to get me in trouble with the drug people? No? Not that kind of kilo?
I could tell you that story. I worked in a place for many years, and I was talking to guys in the bathroom, and I was explaining gold and silver. I don't understand a half ounce this, a half ounce. I said, let me make it easy for you. You got yourself a kilo of Coke. And they started cursing me out.
Oh, man.
Those are the people I work with. I've seen more than one person walk out in handcuffs.
Oh, man. So that's a pretty cool piece, huh? Oh, I didn't
This
show the
is
back
a
of it.
cool piece.
My bad. I gotta show the back.
It's just the queen.
Just the queen.
Now, this is another one. How many exist? There's only about $700 worth of silver here. To draw that kind of money, and that's the last one that sold. What is this worth in the 70s? Wow, auction time.
Well, you can look these up, right, and find out how many they've actually certified.
This is the only one we could find that sold.
Period. Okay.
And like I said, on these, this was back in 2008. You can't find these.
The specimen 69, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
I mean, just a beautiful coin. If it sells, if not, and then I got a bunch of these back.
Real quick, I got a comment, and they were curious about some of the lingo out there in the coin world. Okay.
Okay.
So we see SP, right? 69. Specimen, 69. People were asking about Ankh. They were asking about MS.
People asking me about...
Tell me about those.
Ankh means uncirculated. That's a coin that's never been handled. It's uncirculated. Let me show you quick.
Show me quick. Running out of time. This is going to probably be a 40-minute video. We're running out of time.
Here's Ankh. See the luster?
Yeah.
Now, this one, I think that they're being a little nice on them. Well, this is an old holder.
Luster, we see that cartwheel going across that little beam of
now,
light.
an AU would have a broken up field. You may have some luster in the field. AU means almost uncirculated.
Let's go 100% basics for everybody. The field.
Okay.
Tell me about the field.
The field should have this mirror reflection. You have this cartwheel where the light just circles right across it. There should be no break across the face.
So all the
right
flat
in
areas,
here.
the flat areas of the fields.
Yep.
Okay.
And the highest point is right here, right on the cheek. You don't want to see any break up here. This is a fairly old holder. Okay. Now this is an old holder. This is a first generation. What they used to call a rattler, but that one is in there pretty tight. It's not rattling. This happens to be the key to the peace dollars.
So the fields will be the flat areas, and then you got devices.
Yep.
Right?
And on the back, you're looking at the chest.
And the devices are just like pretty much everything else.
Yeah. Now this is just a beautiful coin. This coin is...
Now, why are you looking at the chest on the Morgan dollar?
That's the high point of the coin.
Okay.
High point of the coin.
So the chest, what are you looking for there on the Morgans?
I'm looking to make sure everything has feathers. There's no scratches. Things like that.
Hit me with one of your ones that you have. You have them over here, right? One of the ones that don't have feathers, just so we can show the difference. You have one? Usually you have a whole bunch.
Sold. I can't keep the old dollars in the store.
Oh, well, maybe we're not going to do that today.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can still do it? You got a few over here probably. But I just want to show people, you know, that are brand new, what you're kind of like looking for. Just for, you know, just real quick. Easy to tell what kind of Morgan dollar you have.
What kind of grade you have here.
Yeah.
Here's like a fine. Now this is a number 12. This is a number 63. There literally are 70 numbers. Goes from 1 to 70. You're not going to get 70s in Morgans. You might find an occasional 68. But here is
And then you're really paying for those.
Here's a fine 15. You see the back? All flat. Right in here. All flat.
Yep.
This is like night and day. 12, 63.
Boom.
Now here's a 64. Now the S's are usually well-struck coins. The 80, the 81, and the 78S. Whoever was working at the mint then, they made sure the pressure was up when they printed those. You get a lot of proof-like fields. I only just bought these, so don't worry about the prices on them.
I was going to say, I'll pay
I paid more than that
I'll
for
pay you
them.
that right now for this
I
one.
bet you will.
I was thinking that.
It's probably more like 75. But this is what the grading is. And on dollars, you're looking, this is usually a very low grade. This would normally be in my $30 bunch.
Uh-huh.
Anything from VG up to VF. But this is a better date. This is the 04S.
All right, this is going to be a question that you may or may not have an answer for. As a man, right, and I'm going to use me. I'm not going to say you, right?
Okay.
A woman comes by, and there's certain things you notice on this woman before anything else, right? I'm not going to say what those things are, but there's certain key features you're like, whoa, right?
Her hair.
Yeah, sure, her hair. Let's just say that, right? For the Morgan dollar, what's the first thing you're looking for?
I'm looking at the cheek. I'm
Right.
looking at the fields.
Boom.
I'm looking at the face first.
Face first. You're a
The
face
face
guy.
first.
Okay.
Yep, that's what you're doing on dollars. You're always looking at the face. And then from there, you look, there's only a few things you look for. You're looking for damage. You know, you don't want to see any rim bangs. You don't want to see anybody's initials on it.
Scratches.
I've had that. I've seen where they've had initials on them, and I'm not talking love token initials. I'm talking where somebody sometimes puts an X. It's just it's like these coins have been around for 90 years or 100 years. How many millions have gone through slot machines? The guy has a bad day at a casino back in 1958. He takes a bunch of silver dollars and scratches them because he's angry.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There's 1,000 stories in the Naked City.
A lot of history.
Anyway, but
MS. MS. The meaning, what does MS mean?
that would be your usual strike coins. Those are anything that aren't proofs.
Mint state and
mint state, and
okay.
that would be uncirculated coins,
Okay.
not proof.
So like as if it came right from the mint.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Proof is say PR on it first.
And this is just because
These
I
are
get
all, if you notice, these all say PR.
proof.
PF.
PF.
Proof. These are all proofs.
This is just because I
Now,
get
this
comments all
one-
the time asking me like, what do these little things mean that we're talking about? And
Exactly. Here's MS.
I'm trying to bring it back
MS
to all
70.
levels.
Now, why is this half an ounce that kind of money? Why are these half ounces? Now, these are half ounces, not ounces. And this is more than the price of a whole ounce. That's because these are mintages that were very low, and there's only a couple of hundred, if that exist. Like, look at this. This is almost, that's the price, that's three times the price of the gold in it. But they have look at that. 1,400. This is only a quarter of an ounce.
Yeah.
Here's a quarter ounce. Same idea. Rarity.
I think this one, it came from China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but I will not buy Chinese coins right now.
Oh, okay.
I won't do it. I won't do it. Somebody else there might. Somebody else might not have the same aversion to
It
Chinese
reminds
coins.
me of a topic I'll bring up later. But I was out at the pharmacist picking up some drugs, and I'll tell you about that later. But next to me there's all the COVID shots, $9.99. Turn it over, made in China. Insult to injury.
Hey, I don't know how I
Well
feel about that.
This I picked
Look at
up
this.
recently.
Yeah.
I bought 25 government-issued cost and cities,
May I?
the GSAs. Yeah, go ahead. I got the box and papers, but they take up too much room. And old-time dealers will tell you, these came out in the early 70s to mid-70s. By the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, you would go to coin shows. And it was like when you go out in the summer night and you hear the crickets. You'd walk into a coin show and you'd hear the dealers twisting and breaking all of these things. You'd hear plastic cracking all over the room. They made millions of these things. And they busted out so many because they were very bulky. And they came in a black box. But now they're premium stuff. They're the Carson Cities Government Services Association, the GSAs, Government Services Administration. And here's what you got. I bought them off a dealer. He had to raise some money, and I paid a bunch of money for him.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I heard a story from an old timer, and I don't, of course I wasn't around then.
80, what do we got? 83, 84, and these are 82s.
He was saying that you basically got these through the post office.
Yep.
Yeah?
I remember seeing them in Newsday on Long Island. They would have ads that would be right there. And it would have, they were $34. They weren't that expensive. They were very reasonable. And if you're very lucky, I don't remember all the details. What you're looking for in these is the 1890. They want the 1890, 1891. Big dollars.
Yeah.
1890 is going to be $3,000.
Nice.
I mean, it's just they only made a couple of hundred. And who knows how many survived the crack outs. It took time, I guess, to find out how many were made of each, and everything wasn't as open, almost open as now. But, yeah.
So these just came in.
These came in Wednesday. I bought these.
And a guy just said, hey, I have a whole bunch.
He brought them in. We did some fish market talking. And here's another deal. And we came to an agreement, and I paid him for it.
Bada bang.
And everybody was happy. He's a dealer. I'm a dealer. I didn't ask his reasons. There's not a lot of room on him. I paid dear for him. But, they are the Carson Cities, the RGSAs. I had box and papers on them.
That's one of those items, too, that looks great in the shop because everybody comes in. I mean, there's a lot of people that will collect these. So it's no problem to move those things.
Now, here's a really beautiful one. So you take like something like this. I got 64 plus. You look at this might come back a 5.
That's pretty.
Yeah. This is a 5, and a 5, this coin's 600. It's like 385 and the 3. That's what you got. They're pretty close. After 4, they explode.
Yeah.
Prices get really big. I could put together 3 coin sets while they last in 3s or 4s. And we can, call me, we'll talk.
I notice you have a decent amount compared to usual of gold in your little special case.
Fractional. I can't keep the big gold in the store. I had twice this. It's been gone over the last couple of weeks. I bought a lot. I spent a lot of cash on that first Monday I was back from vacation. Pent up money they needed. I don't know. That's what I see out there. I mean, people are running into problems. They need money. You get like tomorrow. The wife wants me to take off because it's my birthday. I said tomorrow's like the last weekend. A lot of people don't get a check. A lot of people are running out of money by the 4th week. And if you don't get your check now, a woman was in here complaining. She was virtually crying. They moved the date from the 3rd to the 10th now. So if you get the first week, you got to wait till the 10th. The 10th is 2 weeks from now. If you're running out the end of the month, or if your landlord wants to get paid by the 3rd of the month, her problem was the landlord wanted to get paid by the 3rd. They changed the date to the 10th. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of people who didn't realize it. So I talked to one woman and said she's going back to work. That little part-time job, that $80 a week will make the difference.
Yep.
Some people don't realize that, but it does.
What do you think about gold coming down like it has been? And silver, let's be honest.
I think it's all a scam. You look at the stock market. The stock market, they're telling you don't buy in. Don't buy in. Be very careful. I think this is the slowdown before the storm. I mean, none of this stuff is working. You're going to give money to everybody now who went to school, went to college, and what percentage it is going to kids who want a master's degree or they want to become a doctorate. We're going to keep paying for them when they're making $350,000 a year. How many people took a second job and are working? How many went to trade schools? Are you giving them money too? I mean, Tara went back to school in her late 30s with 2 children, got a bachelor's and then an associate's in criminology and paralegal. Are they going to pay my daughters? I hope so. But I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, it's that kind of thing. But you're going to give it to everybody. I just don't. What about everyone else who worked those extra jobs to get it? It's a crazy. There's just so much. It just drives people nuts.
I wish they would just, and I know it's impossible because there's a lot of privatization that goes on, but I wish they would just say that there's some kind of regulation on how much can be charged for schooling and start there.
Let's talk about that. Harvard has to have an endowment. I'm not sure if it's $4 or $8 billion. That means that the people die, some old lawyer passes away, has no children, leaves $100 million to Harvard. Harvard, let's say they have only $4 billion in their endowment. What are they doing with that? I mean, what do you do? You have enough money in the bank that your interest should be able to pay for all your teachers' salaries. That's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. And you still got to pay, what is it, $75,000 a year to go to Harvard?
Sure.
Look at the University of Virginia now. They want to take down Jefferson's statue. He founded the place, but most of them don't realize that. He founded the university. You want to take down his statue from something that happened 200 years ago? Wake up, people. Let's leave the past in the past. I mean, move forward is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, just insane.
There I go, getting you on a tangent about.
Oh, I could go on. It just nobody knows history. I was watching this. My wife had a video on, and I was listening to it. I was getting changed, and it was hilarious. The person was asking someone in New York City, "How many seasons are there?" 6. Questions like this.
6 seasons?
6 seasons. Oh. This probably was in front of NYU. I hate to say that, but it's like, how many seasons were there? What state borders the United States?
How many seasons are there? So you got
India.
Salt, you got pepper.
Okay. How many seasons are a year? It was insane questions, and these people gave hilarious answers.
Yeah.
And these are grown-ups.
Oh man.
I understand that. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? But I mean,
I'm not. Have you watched that show? Whew.
I've watched it, and it just amazes me. Talking about young people and smart, I showed those two coins from Saudi Arabia. They came back. The ones that were part of when Saudi Arabia wanted to be paid in gold, wouldn't take U.S. currency back in 1945, 47. We had to pay them in gold, and then they took the gold, had to be shipped to Hong Kong to be melted. Well, a couple of hundred pieces, from what I heard, fell off the truck. And they've got into circulation. I had 2 of them. I sent them in, got them certified. They both sold very well. They sold virtually for every penny I wanted for them. And one person who bought the large one, the one that was 4 sovereigns, he paid a few thousand for it. And he asked me to give to a young collector a shout out. First, I'm going to give a shout out to Seth. He's the person who bought it. No last names.
Yeah, no names, no addresses.
No
right?
address, no names. Seth, I hope you enjoy it. We sent it out a few days ago. And he wanted me to give a silver dollar to a young collector. And I gave it to a kid I had a guy right in mind when he said that. So between him and me, I said, okay, I'll supply the dollar. You're right. You don't got paid. You paid enough for the coin. I'll give the kid the dollar, but it's from Seth. And the kid William got it today. He was shocked. He was shocked that he got the silver dollar. But that was cool.
Hide that address on there. I don't want to. There we go.
I got the happy birthday card from England.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Bloody
I
old
mean,
England.
The postage was like 2.5 pounds alone.
Oh, we know him. Yeah, yeah, I know him. That's
Okay.
cool.
Got great handwriting. Wow. Look at that handwriting.
I can't.
This address is here, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. That's cool then. Yeah. Better than mine, I tell you what.
Then this Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. He sent me some silver.
Big silver.
It all counts.
It does.
Hey, that might get me a bottle of water in 20 years.
You just never know.
Some guy will be in some dune buggy, Thunderdome looking place. Who knows?
You get a lot of love mail, huh?
I got a few phone calls today. I was pretty shocked.
That's cool.
And I was going through some of my letters I got from when I do the Great American Teaching. And I had...
Sorry, I'm doing a shot of myself there. Everybody always says, like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but in this part of the film, like,
okay.
your face was showing. And I'm like, okay, well, let's
I'm
satisfy
going
those
through
people.
Some of the letters from the kids. And this is when I do this is the 8th graders. And some of them really give you the reason I do this. This is a kid who told me that, Mr. Guy, thank you for the coins and the story. I didn't want to go to school today, but you made it worth the time. That's cool.
That's cool.
That is really cool. I got a lot of thank yous, cool coins, money in the future. You stimulate them. You made them. Some of these kids write better than me. They write great.
Well, when I came in here, we were talking about teachers that kind of like got your attention.
Of course.
And when I was going to school, there was many teachers like mop, mop, bop, 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 very boring and stuff. Tell me about that story you told me where...
the science teacher.
Yeah.
7th grade. This was John Adams. No, 7th grade was Elizabeth Blackwell Junior High School. This is on the Queens-Brooklyn border. We're talking 1968. And he's talking along, and the class is like half asleep. And the question is, well, what's the opposite of silence? We were talking if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it? And he goes, well, what's the opposite of silence? And nobody's saying anything. And then he takes this eraser and he throws it against the wall like, bang! And everybody snapped and looked at the psycho teacher, but he got our attention. Now everybody listened. I still remember this. And this is like 55 years ago. And I remember that. He was a great teacher.
Yeah.
There are those teachers that catch your eye. A lot of these talked about, and that's why I hit these kids when I show them a $10,000 bill, or I show them ancient coins, or a 10-ounce block of silver. I feel you really have to. I'm only there I'm not a school teacher. They have to deal every day. But you give me that 45 minutes, and I can keep them interested. And I show them ancients, and that's what they talk about. They talk about how I caught them. They enjoyed seeing it. 2 marriage proposals, but I don't want to talk about that. No, I made that up. But anyway, it's that kind of stuff.
One of my favorite teachers, and over here in Tampa, we had Lowry Park.
Really cool. That's me. Really cool.
Oh, you were really cool. He was really cool. But Lowry Park over here with the zoo. Yeah. Remember that? So my teacher in 3rd grade, I think, maybe 6th grade. One of those grades, I don't know. 6th grade, 3rd grade, same thing. He ended up being my science teacher, and it was Lowry. I forget his first name, but he had snakes and all kinds of other reptiles and stuff in the classroom. And that got me interested because, I became a snake guy. I loved snakes, and he ended up giving me a giant skin from one of the pythons that he had. Man, I had that thing for years. That was cool stuff to me,
I've seen the cobra. They sell those with the cobra curled up with his mouth open.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember my brother-in-law had one of those years ago.
A cobra.
Yeah, I had that for a while. Yeah.
You had a cobra?
No, the skin.
I was going to say.
Not a statue, but the...
Yeah, the skin.
Yeah.
Right on. What else is going on here in the store?
The usual suspects. Business has been really busy.
Business has been good.
Business has been very good.
The coin side of it's been good, or like the precious metal side?
For me, I am not all precious metals. I am both. I would say it's pretty evened out between precious metals and the rare coins. Some people only deal in precious metals. If you need a 10S penny, I'm going to have it. I just bought a book for Lincoln pennies. I got an 09S and I got another 31S. So I've got some of the better dates you might need. I picked up a whole bunch of buffalo nickels I went through the other day. So I got a whole bunch of buffaloes down here. Some of the higher grade early ones, which are the hardest ones to find. 21S is like the hardest coin in the book to find. Of the nickels to find. If you do buffaloes, you know it's a really hard coin to come across. 21S, 26S. Here's 21S. Very good. Look at that price.
That's cool.
26S, same thing. And then when it goes above this, it gets astronomical. You get up in extra fines at like $700.
What happened here, guy? I see a 57. Scratch that out. Put a 19.
Because it's got a problem.
Ah.
Yeah.
And so you didn't try to sell it off as the problem. I mean, you're an honest coin dealer.
Well, I'm telling you what it is. You know, I don't want you to come back later, especially if I mail it out to you. Hey, how come it's got your name in the back? Well, that's just me. I thought you wanted it signed.
That's fine. That's cool. You
never
really see these put together like this.
This is, well, that's, you know, it's not like when you walk into some stores, they got 2 trays and they call themselves a coin dealer. It's just the way, you know, the way this is the way Rubenstein's used to do theirs. And it's the way I followed him. I mean, I grew up in that store. 30 years I spent in that store from 72, 71, 72 to when I moved here. And I still would go back and visit. They're all gone now, they've passed, but I remember. You know.
A lot of the old timers are starting to move on, huh?
Well, I'm one of the old timers, and why are you still doing this? And, you know, I was talking to the guy in the deli yesterday, went down there and got 2 eggs on a roll. I was too busy working at my desk, and I look up and realize what time it is. And I got to go to work. And I just picked up a sandwich later. But, you know, I still work 6 days a week. And then I probably put in anywhere between, I bought a whole bunch of silver dollars just now. I'm going to work at my desk. We got a party for me this afternoon at 6 o'clock. And I'll probably work at my desk tomorrow morning because I don't come in till 10 tomorrow. I'll be up at 6:30. I'll do the dollars at home. But I enjoy that. It keeps me busy.
So it's not even work. It's not. It's your hobby, and you're just expounding upon it.
Exactly. I was talking to the guy in the deli. He's 66, and he's still doing deli work. Says he loves doing this. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I said that when I first came down here. I don't play golf. I don't fish. It's hot as hell here most of the year. What are you going to do?
It's been smoldering outside.
This has been a very hot summer.
One of my buddies, that I work with, older guy, and I'm like, man, when are you going to retire, man? And he goes, never. He goes, when I retire, I'll end up dying. Yeah. So he wants to keep working, you know. And
well, I think in my case especially, I believe that moving, I think this is the physical therapy. It's like I told Susan. I said, this is the physical therapy. I'm walking around. I mean, this place is 2,400 square feet. I mean, I go from my desk to there. Even to walk to the bathroom is 45 feet away. I mean, I probably put on 2,000 or 3,000 steps a day, whatever we're doing. I mean, it's exercise. It's to keep you busy. And every day's an adventure. You don't know what's going to come in. This woman came in last minute. She wants to go to Italy, and she's brought in, I don't even know how many. I just bought almost $3,000 in silver dollars. I'll play with that stuff tomorrow.
Just having fun. It's exciting.
Just having fun. There's no rare dates. I look right away for 93s, 95s. There's no more Carson Cities right now. But, no, I don't mind some more. Give me an 89. Give me a 93 in a high grade. That would be cool. But that's still out there. I mean, you don't know what's in some of these collections. I mean, I've heard stories. I've seen. I mean, I've been in more than one house where the coins and the jewelry were worth more than the house. You know, not now maybe because housing's gone up, but that's going to be another story. You're going to see some of that falling back. What do you think? 0.75% raise on the 21st next month?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think the housing market is already starting to come down a little bit. Yeah.
I was talking to a lawyer. I did appraisal at a lawyer's last week. He said everything over 300,000, 60% of it has fallen through.
Yeah.
They said 30% of all housing, all contracts have reneged.
Yeah.
Because you've just doubled the price of interest for the kids or for the young people buying.
Yep.
I mean, 2.8 and you're looking at 5.2 on its way to 6.
Like I've said before, it's like I see the mortgage payments, or even like if somebody has an apartment now, like with the payment, the monthly payment on an apartment, like I don't know people getting these kind of jobs because it's crazy to me.
I had somebody in here the other day, this couple he knows, 60-year-olds. He said they were our age, give or take. Why are you still renting? I don't know circumstances of your life, choices you made. They just raised their rent $500.
Yeah.
$500.
Yep. Crazy.
I mean, I have two brother-in-laws. They both get full disability. The one gets the most is only $1,400. Now, somehow, him and his wife, who gets Social Security, they can live on that. They live in a trailer park. They can make it. But you got to live in Florida. You ain't going to make this in Long Island or New York or New Jersey or California. I mean, it's just, you go to all of the soup kitchens or the churches when they're giving away bread and cake and everything else. You can do it. You can't have. I was in the store the other day and I look at the price of steak, and I was in the food business for 35 years. I think it's amazing. I don't know how you get a family of 6 with 4 children, your food bill has got to be $300 or more a week.
Yeah, that's how mine was.
I mean, and it's like when I get a little guy and I got to tell him tonight, there was a rabbit on my lawn yesterday. 2 days ago, he came out and I spooked it. And this was a big rabbit ran across the lawn. I'm going to tell little guys, they went lunch.
Oh, man. So I was actually, this is Spring Hill, Florida, in case you all don't know. Kind of a populated area. It's getting more and more populated. But I seen a coyote or something, a wolf. I don't know what that thing was. It was big. It was big.
No, long, it's mangy looking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I saw my first coyote when I was down here, when I first moved here in 2005. I was out walking the dog. It must have been like December. It was cool out. And there's this, because I'm out there 6:30 walking the dog. And there's this thing walking down the middle of the street with his tongue hanging out, bent over. And I haven't seen a coyote in a couple of years, but I saw a couple of coyotes. Yeah. I told my father and they don't believe. I said, we got turtles that walk across the street and stop traffic.
No.
We're not a coyote.
I totally seen this thing. It was like right down that road right there. And it was like, I don't know, probably like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And thing was just down there eating something, looked at me, kept going back to it. He's like, I'm eating this thing. I don't care about you.
I told you that story. I was doing a show back in, I think, our February show. And I was out on the road about 7:15. And this bald eagle takes off right alongside my car. And it had something in its claws. And it was pacing me with, it was like a National Geographic picture.
Yeah.
Beautiful head. This bird was flying right next to it. I could almost reach out and touch it. And then it took off and went up with a prey. You ain't seeing that in Queens.
No, it's a beautiful bird, isn't it?
It's a beautiful bird.
I had one experience. I'm coming home from work early in the morning, and in the middle of the road, there's like something dead. All of a sudden, I see these 2 bald eagles come on either side of this thing. They're picking at it. They look at me, and I'm trying to drive slow now because I'm like, I don't want to hit these eagles.
If they can eat you.
They had like no fear of me. They look at it. They back and forth. Look at me. Look at it. Look at me. They grab it and fly off, and it was like just so majestic. I was like, oh my gosh, where's my phone? I want to take a picture of this thing.
Yeah.
They're cool animals.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Just cool stuff. Wow.
There used to be a steakhouse over here, Ryan's Steakhouse, and they had like one of those little view things where you could take a quarter, put it in there, and kind of see the bald eagle nest. But they must be gone now.
I saw a lot of bald eagles when I was in Alaska. We were whitewater rafting, bald eagles all above us.
That's the capital,
I guess they were waiting for a shipwreck or something.
Yeah.
One of the rafts to overturn. Here goes dinner.
We're not talking about coins anymore. That's what happens. You go to a coin shop, you talk to a friend and stuff, and we talk about all kinds of stuff.
Talk about the world.
Yeah.
Talking about the world, I went over to pick up my prescriptions the other day. Now I'm a diabetic. My fault, part of it. I go to pick up Trulicity and Genevia. Okay, I'm in Genuvia. I'm in what they call the donut hole. Now I've been paying Social Security for 51 years, and I can afford scripts, but it's the principle of the thing. 90-day supply cost me $1,181.
That's a ripoff.
Out of pocket.
Yeah.
It was $5,000 if I didn't have a copay.
That's crazy.
And I pay for the most copays I can get. I'm looking at 90 pills in a bottle for $2,100. Why are we not making our own, Mr. Magoo?
Yeah.
Tell me. Why don't we make our own pills? The same place where I saw them selling me a COVID test for $10. They're eating our lunch, literally.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
The medical stuff.
I had a guy
crazy.
in here today, because we talked about that, and he says they've just changed, he's on full disability, they've just changed his insulin. Cost him $150 every 8 days for insulin. Let me tell you about insulin. Invented in 1916, was given to the world for free. The person invented it gave it to the world for free. But Big Pharma got a hold of it, Somehow, somewhere, now they've marketed it.
Yeah.
This thing has been around. There's no research and development. You can't hide behind those skirts. That's what they do with all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the medical stuff in this
I
country.
mean, I remember my wife working for the doctors when she was a director of nursing, cardiologist. I remember heating up food for drug reps. I remember a drug rep who quit being a PA at the hospital. He was making like $80,000 as a PA, and I'm talking 25 years ago, to become a drug rep. $200,000.
Man.
He's right alongside certain people in government whose grandchildren make $200,000-$300,000, whether they have any degree or not. I mean, the graft is incredible.
Blows your mind.
But, like I said, insulin. This has been around since the middle of World War One.
And people need that stuff.
And you can't give it to them for free?
Right.
As I said, my liquid in a syringe, my little white pills, $2,100? Give me a break. It's a sad thing.
It's crazy.
Just aggravated me, but I had to touch on that.
Let's try to make you happier again. You mentioned the year 1916. Real quick, favorite coin that came out in 1916? Go.
Well, that would have to be the standing quarter, the Mercury dime, or the Walker.
Well, which one?
Oh.
You got to pick one.
I've had them all. The Walker. I like the Walker collection. High grades. It's beautiful. Right here.
You got some nice ones too, huh?
Yeah. Pretty.
I would agree with you. This is 1916. This is my favorite coin that came out.
That's my pretty. What is that from Lord of the Rings?
My precious.
Pretty.
My
precious.
yeah.
You're right. My precious.
You got my precious.
I see the new Game of Thrones is coming out.
You gonna watch it?
I watched it. You can't let the kids watch it.
Don't spoil it for me.
What on?
Don't spoil it. Well, that's like the old Game of Thrones. You can't let kids watch that one.
This is
and
worse.
maybe not the wife.
This is worse. No, Susan yelled at me, but this is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
That means it's gonna be good.
You
then.
know. I like the dragons and stuff. I was talking to my grandkid son the other day, and I said, "Is there dragons? No. Is there vampires? No. Is there unicorns?" And he had to think, "Yeah, there's unicorns." Okay. I'm not gonna tell him anything.
Oh yeah.
Why can't there be a unicorn?
Why
That's
not?
cool.
Right on. What else you got down here? Can I see this graded tray you got?
I just put this
That's kinda
together.
new. Yeah.
This is about 3 weeks ago. I bought a whole set of this stuff.
You went crazy on the set. The people in the comments are concerned about your cough, guy, but ever since I've ever known, you've had the same cough.
I've had this cough. That's why I didn't know if I had the COVID or not. When I did have the COVID, the allergies get me. And today I've been working with a lot of coins. Yesterday I came in with a ton of wheat pennies. So the musty, the mildew, it just, some of these people will open up packaging that's been, with the bag is literally falling apart. It's got mildew on it. It's been in the bag for 38 years in the back shed. And you don't know if you're going to get bubonic plague from some of this stuff.
She's locked in there.
So some of it's there. I got to see my heart doctor Wednesday, but I really want to see my pulmonologist because I want to find out about elevation, if I can go to Colorado, or I want to start taking cruises again. I want to know how, 7,000 feet affects me.
Yeah.
They told me not to fly more than 3 hours. Well, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes. Going to kill me? I don't know. What's the story on this? Can I take the breather with me? I got to find those things. I got to get to it.
Well, you look good. Have you been losing
feel
weight?
great.
You've been losing weight?
The Januvia takes your appetite away.
Oh.
So I think that I think I've lost a few pounds. I was back up to 232, which is too heavy for me.
See, you look
I
strong.
need to get down around 210. I feel great. I feel good. I'm having fun. I made it to 68. Now I got to try and make 70.
You can do it.
I can do it.
You can do it. We'll just keep doing videos. How about that? That'll help
That'll
out.
do it. I'm always game for that.
You like these videos, huh?
I enjoy the videos. I like the feedback. I was in my son's store. I was in St. Augustine 3 weeks ago, and he opened a satellite store to the vault that's right there on St. George Street, right when you come in by the church. It's like 3 stores down. You go in, and he's second store in, and he's got a big, I don't know what it is, a 48-inch TV in there, and it's got me on there. He keeps playing all the videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old Spectacular videos, coin guy in there.
Maybe one day I can go down there to St. Augustine and we can film his store.
Absolutely. I'll be there at the end of September.
Yeah.
I'll be down there for a week again.
That'd be kind of cool, right?
That would be great.
Show off
we
your
can
son.
arrange that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know when you're going down. I'm renting a 3-bedroom condo, so let me know.
Well,
we'll find your bedroom.
Get his people to call my people and.
I like that. Let me know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I could do some traveling. Oh man, what else is new over here? Probably not much new in this spot, right?
It's here and there. There's been a bunch of pennies. There was a lot of pennies I picked up.
What about the Civil War tokens? How have those been doing?
Everybody who comes in buys one. They buy the ancient. I keep filling this in. As you can see, a few more gone. The Civil War's slowed down, but the ancients keep selling. The ancients keep selling. Kennedy halves sell. And then the foreign. Like I said, I'm waiting on that last group of foreign.
Man, I like those flying eagles right there.
Ooh-wee.
That's got to be one of my
Eagles.
favorite non-silver coins right there.
What's that?
I love the flying eagle so
Oh,
much.
yeah. In high grades, beautiful.
I love it.
I had a 56 once. I bought one, God, must have been a dozen years ago. I bought a 56 at the same time that I got a $95. I said I'd buy them. They got to be certified. They got them certified. I took them. I sold the fly. I'm not a copper collector, and I sold the Flying Eagle the same day as I got it. A friend of mine wanted it, so I gave it to him. Speaking of copper, Canada hasn't had pennies in 10 years.
Yeah.
They got a new thing out now. They want to get rid of the nickel.
Go next step up.
Canada
Huh?
wants to get rid of the nickel. 40% of the population, it was in Coin World. They want to get rid of the nickel next.
I'm surprised that we haven't done that, to be honest with you.
I was thinking about it the other day. I think it's something like 9 cents to make a nickel, and it's like 3 cents, 3.1 cent to make a penny. Why don't we make a 3-cent piece? We had them before. Make a triangular 3-cent piece. So even the blind can tell it. You're not going to mix it up with any of the current dimes or anything. A 3-sided 3-cent piece that'll fill the gap. And if you just don't have a penny, keep the nickel, but make a 3-cent piece.
Okay.
And that's as close as you can get.
Bada bang.
And, when a person's going to the supermarket, family of 6, and their bill's $318, you're going to come after them for what, 3 cents, 2 cents?
Why aren't you working for the U.S. Mint, guy?
Why don't they get coin people into these? By the way, I got the new book from about the 100 most influential people in the coin business.
Oh, congratulations.
I am looking through it.
Not there?
I don't know. I don't see me there.
Wow.
I see people who own big coin stores, big auction houses. How are they influential? They're just the kingpins in that.
In total, the videos that I've done with you have millions of views.
Over 3 million.
Yeah, you cannot
Not that
tell
I'm
me.
counting.
You cannot tell me that you're not an influential person that's helped a lot of people get into coins and stuff.
I
and-
like that. I'm just like I said, the young people.
Yeah.
This young kid who's been coming in, his name is William, and he's 12, and he was here today, and he comes in every couple of weeks with his dad, and he's buying coins, and coins are history, and from history you'll learn empires, you'll learn what happened, how did some empires disappear. It's that kind of stuff. I mean, it's very important.
Speaking of the United States Mint, I put out a video a couple days ago about a letter that I got from the United States Mint. Did you get one of these letters?
What's the guy?
It was almost like an apology letter from the United States Mint saying like, hey, we realize that the website's been terrible. We've been trying to do better. We just want to let you all know that we're working on things. It's kind of one of those kind of letters. Did you happen to get that?
No, I may have gotten it, but I don't really buy directly from the mint.
Oh, okay.
I get everything secondary.
Gotcha.
It's just easier for me. And sometimes their stuff is so overpriced, it's breathtaking.
I mean, they kind of admitted
No.
finally that, the website's terrible. Like when it comes to a big, hot ticket item.
Yeah,
they've-
certain people, the 100 most influential people get first shot at it. I don't want to say that. But, who really gets it?
Right.
Not the average Joe.
No.
And I've had a lot of people carry on about that.
Yeah. They're going to continue, I guess, the Morgan dollar. This year they couldn't do it because the blanks,
Couldn't
they couldn't
get
get
the blanks. Yep.
But next year they're going to go back with it in different, forms, maybe reverse proof, maybe gold, who knows. But what do you think about that? It's not no longer just the 100th year anniversary.
Well, it's going to say, how is it a commemorative coin? If you're going to make it a regular issue, you know, a lot of people don't know the 1932 quarter. There's no 1933 quarter. In 1930, they made standing quarters. There's no 31. In 32, they made a commemorative quarter. It's what we know as a Washington quarter. It was originally a commemorative. That's why the DNS have so few of them. There was so much popular demand for it before everybody went crazy about his history and background that Washington, father of the country, that they made the quarter a regular issue. Originally, it was going to be a commemorative. That's why they had to gear up. They had to cut dies. That's why there's no 33.
Oh.
But the Washington quarter was a commemorative originally. That was the first view of it.
Gotcha. What do you happen to know why there was so many years skipped on the peace dollar? There's a lot of gaps there.
They didn't need coins. In those days, it wasn't mandated that we had to make all these state quarters. If there's enough quarters in circulation, they didn't make any more. That's why you have gaps. Look at the $half collection. You know, you go from, there's no 22, there's no 24, 25, 26. You get 27, 28, 29. Then it jumps to 33 because you had the Depression. It's like COVID. Everything got quiet and shut down. You didn't need to make all the coinage.
Yeah.
So if you're born in 1930, 1931? What do you got? You got a penny. You got a penny, nickel, and dime. No quarter, no $half, no dollar. Some dates you've only got a couple of coins.
You hit a lot of people and tell them you were born the next year.
Yeah. I mean, my mother-in-law was 1932. She's got a penny and what?
1932.
She's got a penny. There's no nickel. There's no dime. There's a quarter. She's got a penny and a quarter. I think I did that one time. Look, Mom, I got you a year set.
And peace dollar went from what, 28, 34, 35? Is that how the skip was?
35, yeah.
Yeah.
Went from 28 to 34.
Yeah. And then 64.
And I think I said to her, look, I bought you a year set. I gave her a penny and a nickel. I spared no expense, I said.
Man.
Penny and a quarter.
Man. Yeah, I really never thought about that, but I guess there's just...
Because it wasn't
they didn't need
mandated.
it, yeah.
They didn't need it. The economy was coming to a standstill. A lot of people don't realize the depression that hit here in 29 started in Europe. So you've got to watch Europe now. They got tremendous inflation right now in England. You look at Italy, you look at the euro. The euro's less than the US dollar now. When I go to Europe, it was costing me $1.40. Now it's like 99 cents.
Yeah.
Maybe, where's it headed?
Inflation's going to get better, though, right?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. There's no inflation. It's like when you go there, are they rolling? Gasoline has come down some, but it's still 80% more than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Is eggs going to go back to $2 a dozen?
That's even an argument. Like, oh, gas is coming down. It's like, man, it's way up, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Down from the high.
I got a oil change just a couple days ago and sat down. I'm like, okay, how much is it? Start giving them my card. And they're like, it's $69 just for the oil change. And I was like, $69? Like, that's like $20 more than it used to be.
Is that the synthetic?
I don't know what it was.
Why don't you just get the synthetic? It's not supposed to be made of oil, right?
I don't know.
I'm thinking it's probably should be.
I was in shock from the $69 price tag.
Yeah.
It's from the dealership. I don't know if they don't use synthetic or what they use. I don't know. But I handed them my card and I'm sitting there like, you gotta be kidding me. That's what we do now. We just hand our card. It's like, whatever. Just give it to me. I don't care,
Well, I still care.
I got no choice.
That's, I look at things and I look at the price and I still just sometimes shake my head.
But what are you going to do? You're going to not get gas? You're going to not get an oil change? You have to get it.
Well, you got to get that. But the other day I was over there buying grapes with the wife. And I said, $17 for grapes?
Oh, yeah.
Did I get the tree?
Well, they get you because it's like, oh, this much per pound. And then you don't realize you're getting like a 2-3 pound bag.
That's it. They got this big bag. We were over there buying cherries, and I like cherries.
Oh, man.
But the wife's over there, look, the cherries are on sale. I said, wait a minute. I look at it, I take 3 handfuls out of it. This is enough cherries.
Yeah.
If I can't eat these in 4 or 5 days, the rest are going to go bad.
Right.
I don't need to buy $11 worth of cherries. It's just who I am. I mean, when you grow up with holes in your shoes, you look at money a little differently.
Exactly.
I don't need that. I'm going to use what I need. I just don't see that kind of waste. And that's what you have now. I mean, it's just incredible.
Man, you eat that many cherries, you end up turning like all purple, like that girl in what's that, Willy
You're
Wonka?
supposed to have, aren't they full of antioxidants?
Antioxidants. Yeah,
and
whatever.
Good for me.
Everything's great for you,
blueberry
right?
pancakes for the little guy and the kids. They love blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
And yeah, kids are all back to school. I don't know where everybody's watching this, but kids went back to school 3 weeks ago here.
Yeah.
Well, my grandkids did at the Christian school. The school started there the first week of the 8th or 9th of August.
Oh, it's been freaking me out, guy. Like traffic started getting a little bit better.
I see it.
And
Yeah.
now with all the school and all the car lines and everything that everybody's in, you can't move. Like you're just stuck.
They just opened a dojo across the street.
You gonna go?
No, I went to a dojo when I was a teenager, just for a couple.
Give me your best karate move. Go ahead.
No,
Hit me with it.
That was another.
Was that it?
Watch Bruce Lee. You'll get the idea.
Yeah. You got any wood here? Any wood you can snap?
No, there wasn't who I was. And
Oh.
I was a little too heavy to go dancing around in those days.
I took karate when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything. I just remember that I did
was
it.
just something we just hung out there. But it was all the way in Freeport, and I lived in Lindenhurst. I mean, it was a schlep all the way there and back. It was like I'm doing the driving. There's 4 of us, and I was doing all the driving. I mean, there twice a week. How about somebody else drive? You know.
You ever sell any of this stuff or get anybody asking about your wall art? Or you're just trying to keep it?
I sold 2 big ones that were here. I moved these from that wall over to here to fill in.
From that wall.
I saw my brother, like I said, 3 weeks. I haven't seen him in 3 years.
You selling this thing right here? This United States dollar
Yeah.
story?
Yeah.
What's something like that go for, approximately?
30, 60, $69.
Can I get a gander of that, just for funsies? I gotta get some wall art. I just gotta find time to do everything. It's pretty cool. You get the Susan B.
Yeah, see, I got 74 on here. 69. This is a little duller red. This went through the battle.
Aren't they doing something with the Susan B here coming up? I thought I seen something
Maybe
like that.
discontinue it?
I don't know. Maybe. Kind of a weird coin, right?
It never caught on. Like I said, my idea of a 3-cent piece, now you'll see Congress come out with an idea for a 3-cent piece. Sure, plagiarize me.
Yeah, and then
But I think
whoever
a
comes out with
3-sided
it,
coin would be pretty cool.
yeah.
I think it's all there, 3 cents. And even for the blind, it'll be nice and easy for them.
A 3-sided coin.
3-sided coin.
But then how are they going to grade it? Ooh.
They'll fit it in they'll make a plastic that'll fit it.
But are they going to have to grade the 3rd side?
No, not 3-sided. I mean
3 cents?
edged. 3 edges.
Oh.
And plain edges, no reading. We don't want to confuse the machines.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if they could read it.
What do you like on a coin? You like reeded edge, you like plain, or you like the edge lettering?
I think the ledge lettering is interesting, but I guess I like the edging. I'm used to the edging being there.
So you like a reed?
Yeah, I like a reeded edge.
Yeah.
That's like when you go to the flea markets and they offer you the $17.99 and it's got a reeded edge. Beware.
Beware of that.
They didn't start reading edges until 1836. And you always say, people come in here every month, every 6 weeks. I get a bus dollar that's got a reeded edge. And it's 97, sometimes it's 1804. I said, if this didn't have a reeded edge, and if this was real, it'd be $5 million.
But it's not.
As it is, it's a Chinese knockoff or something like that.
I guess I should have asked you like a reeded edge or a missing reed.
Yeah, that's the new dollar. That's the new dollar where they took a readout. Like the Chinese didn't make the counterfeits. Hey, what do we got to do? Okay, take a read off. Hey, they're done.
Yeah.
They keep up with us.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a
On
joke. If
everything.
if that's the only thing you got.
Yeah.
That took them what? One file in 2 minutes to fix that.
Yeah. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, guy.
But it's been haven't talked to you in a while. Things have come up, been busy. But God bless America. Hang in there. Things are going to get better in November, I hope.
You think so?
I hope so. We've got to move forward. This, it's not about your party. It's about America and your grandchildren and what's happening. People come every day today. They just shake their head. People are fearful. They're afraid to put money in the bank. And now you got the IRS going to come after everybody. Look up Operation Choke Point, one of Obama's beauties. Look up Operation Choke Point and find out what that's about.
Not good?
Not good. They don't want Amscots, no secondhand dealers, no jewelry stores. They don't want anybody handling any decent amount of cash.
What about coin stores?
Coin stores,
Gone?
comic books. They want to shut all of us down. Look up Operation Choke Point.
All right. I see Nathan walking around. I think Nathan's ready to close the store. Is it time, Nathan? We got to end this one? So we got to end this one? You're going to make people upset,
In
man.
an hour. Okay. But here we got, this is what's available. 11-9. We'll talk.
Give you a call, right? You got a phone number over there, right
Yep.
there on the thing. I'll also have your information for your store and your phone number down below in the little description below. Some people can't figure out how to navigate that. There might be a little button down there that says see more. And you click that right there and it has a drop down and it should have all the information right there in the little description. That way you can find Coin Guy.
Coin Guy.
The Coin
Spring
Guy.
Hill. God bless America.
God bless America. Nathan, you got anything for us on the way out?
Have a great weekend.
That's it.
Great weekend.
Have a great week.
Very okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guy. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
American Locksmith?
Looks like a little tiny beach ball.
Wait, makeup.
Doing your makeup? Do your makeup.